You don't need to be a developer. You don't need to spend hours tweaking code. But you do need this, a private AI chatbot that actually talks to your company documents. And yes, you can build it under 60 minutes. Hey, my name is Kunaal Naik. I work with founders and startup teams building smart systems for real world problems without the fluff, without the tech overwhelm. And today, I'm going to show you how exactly I built a retrieval augmented generation chatbot using N8N, which is self-hosted, no subscriptions, and no code whatsoever. I'll walk you through everything for setting up your N8N workflow, to connecting your data, to chatting with it live. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully functional, fully private AI chatbot that you own. So grab your coffee, open your browser, and let's get building. Before we begin, I wanted to show you the working demo of it. This is an independent link which you can share with anybody and they can chat with it and will get a response. For this, the data is powered from a Google Drive where I have one document, which is the data science mastermind's mission and all of the other details that are available here. So the idea is I chat here and it be able to retrieve information from this one document, and you could imagine several other documents being there on that same drive, and you can retrieve information about it. And it also can be present on a website, which is something like this, which is a support chatbot, something like that, but it speaks to your documents and the website that you have. So let me see what it can do. What is your mission, right? And if I just say enter, it's going to go look at this information, be able to give that information. So it's saying that my mission is to assist you in answering, but I can just say, what is the mission of data science masterminds? And then it's going to be able to look up within the document, and it is going to be this one, right? So that way we are able to get a fully working Rag chatbot that is talking to your documents. Now, if this is clear, let's move on to creating the chatbot. Okay, so let's get this started. For building this chatbot, you will require 3 systems, and I'm also going to begin with what are the requirements you need to have so that you can build these systems. Now, I'll go first through the requirements that are available, then system 1, system 2, and then system 3, and hopefully you should have your own chatbot which is production ready. So let's first begin with the Rag chatbot and what you need to have to be able to make it production ready. So first of all, you will need an N8N which is privately hosted on Kloudbean. Now the reason I use Kloudbean is because you can install a N8N application very easily. You can just say add application, say select this, go to N8N, and then just like that you can have a N8N self-hosted which is privately hosted. And then not only that, you can also self-host your Supabase, which is again owned by you, controlled by you. And not only that, sometimes I use lovable apps or build lovable apps, and they can be also launched using this Vue framework that we have, and that's why it makes it very, very easy for me to deploy these applications. So that's the first thing. Then you will need OpenAPI 4.0 mini or GPT 3.5 model, powers the Rag AI agent. Then we have embeddings 3 mini from OpenAPI again. Then you will require Supabase. I'm going to show you both the versions. I have the self-hosted Supabase, but in case you want to use a Supabase that is from the Supabase website itself, a subscription from there, you can use that too. And then we have a Google Drive, which I'm using here. Google Drive, we all have that one. And then definitely works for Google Documents only right now. I made it work for Google Documents and some other type of documents, but you can expand it to work for any kind of documents that are ready. So that's the thing. What you will need is OpenAI keys. Some paid credits will be required. Supabase host and database credentials that will be available from here. And then also Supabase API keys to access databases, and then Google API keys. That's not going to be covered in this particular part of it, but I'll show you how to use this so that you know what all to configure. So yeah, that's all the requirement that we have. Now let's go ahead and try to build this entire workflow, right? So the first thing that we need to do is definitely have this Rag AI agent with chat interface. So what I'm going to do is, to save time, I'm just going to export this. This workflow is available for you to download. I'll leave a link in the comment section where you can download this workflow. But if you have to start away from scratch, this is how you do it. You'd go to the N8N subscription. This is self-hosted, by the way, again. So I'm just going to say create workflow, and I am just going to import this file that is available. So I just imported that entire file, and now it's available for you to build your own workflow. So I'm just going to copy the name of it so that I don't get confused, right? And just going to say live, and there we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go and configure this entire part of it step by step so that you can create it. So how to configure it? Well, this is how you're going to configure it. Let me just do that. Yeah, okay. So this is how you're going to configure. So this is the chatbot that is there. Now if I click on this, it will automatically generate a URL that I can use, but we're not going to do that first, right? So we're going to first see that if we can open this chat and type something, it should give us some response. And for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically first just delete this link so that you know what's occurring here. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is have this Rag AI agent. You can go here and it will be a tool agent, and you're going to define this string. Just ensure that this string is available. If you imported it, it will already be available. And there's a system prompt saying that you're a personal assistant who helps answer questions from corpus of documents when you don't have the answer yourself. And this really is telling this AI agent to be someone who can retrieve some documents, information from documents, and then respond to you. So that's what we just gave a role, nothing fancy, and just change the name of the Rag AI agent. Now we need to give this particular person a brain, and the brain that we'll give is OpenAI chat model. So you can go here, and here you need to ensure that you give in your key. So you just need to say create your new credentials, and then you fill in your API key, and you can leave the base URL. But that's all. You just need to fill in the API key, save it, and it should be able to get your key. So I have my key already set up, and then if you've done it correctly, you should be able to select that 3.5 turbo or 0125 or the turbo one, and be able to use the GPT-3 models to power this AI agent. Now once that is done, the next thing that you need to do is have a Postgres chat memory. Now what this chat memory does is that it holds the conversations between you and the agent in a repository. So it will look something like this. If I go to the Supabase, it will be available under table editor, and you can see that there are some N8N chat histories, and this is some of the responses that I've previously done. So what is the mission of data science masterminds? And the mission of data science masterminds is to help individuals, right? So it's just keeping the conversation history of between the human and AI, that which will be useful to basically have some linked or have the context known to the agent in the past, so that you can say, okay, just refer to the past chat and be able to respond to it, right? So it's for that. And so now you have these things configured. What we can do now is go back and just say open chat here, or open chat at the bottom here, and just say hello, and you should be able to see that chat history is if I just refresh this, it should be able to come here, hello, and it's just documenting it here. Okay, so now once that is done, you can see how can I assist you today, and that is available here. So once that is done, right, we know that this system is working, the system one is working, and now we need it to be able to go to a database or to vector DB and be able to retrieve the documents that we have stored. Okay, so first of all, let's close this one and see the system 2, where we have to ensure that we provide this Rag AI agent with a tool access. And in this tool access, we have few things happening, which is going to be retrieval of documents. Now, this node is basically going to look at the user documents that are available within the documents that are here. Okay, so what I've done here is that in the system 3, I'll show you how this embedding works. But just consider that this document is available here, this one that is available here. It cannot be directly consumed by the chatbot. It needs to be able to consume it in a format that is suitable for large language models to access. And so we convert this into vectors, and this is called a vector DB, where you take a portion of the code of the document and maybe like 1,000 tokens at a time, and then embed it with a number such as this. Okay, so it's embedded, and once it's embedded, the chatbot will go and reference these embeddings and then be able to respond to you. So we configure this and we get 4 more relevant documents that are there from the vector DB and be able to respond to the user. Okay, so for this retrieval document, we definitely need to provide it a model which will help him to do that particular task. And I've used a Google Gemini chat here, and as you can see, we can use various different models while we're creating workflows here. So I've given this one so that we can save on some of the token money because some of this is free. Okay, then now what it does is that this retriever document then goes to the Supabase vector. If you click here, what it does is that you will give the Supabase credentials to log in with, right? So if you edit it, you will be able to see the host and the service role secret, that which you can extract from here. If you go to the API docs and the authentication, and maybe you should be able to so this anon public here, if you click it here, you should be able to click this information and be able to see all your API keys that which will be used within this place. Okay, and to get this host, definitely you can go to the Kloudbean and go to Supabase here, and you should be able to get this host information that is there. So once we get that information configured, now we need to ensure that the operation mode is retrieval documents, and it's going to be from the documents folder. And you can see that we have n8n chat histories. We're going to choose documents here, right? So here we need to definitely choose, tell it to choose or retrieve it from this vector DB, which is called documents. So once that happens, right now, there is a query called match documents, which basically takes in the user query and be able to match that query with the vector DB and retrieve four different documents. Each one of them is one document, and be able to respond to the user in a way that the user, whatever information that wants. So that's what this agent tool for RAG does. It sort of extracts the information that is needed for this RAG AI agent to be able to respond to the user. Okay, so when I say, okay, what is the mission of data science masterminds, it's going to go and find out maybe this first document that is available here. Wherever my mission is there, it will retrieve this document and be able to look at this aspect and be able to spin it in its own way and respond to us. So that's system 2. Now we have 2 systems in which the chatbot is working, and basically that's all you require here, right? But there is one big problem here. If this database does not have all the information, then it's not going to be responding to it. So basically what I'll do right now is I will just delete all the documents that are available here, and just go back to the chat and say, what is the mission of data science masterminds? So I'm going to copy this text here and paste it here and just say enter, and it's going to go into the the database that is available there. But let me just pull it out here. I'm not able to provide any specific information of the mission of data science masterminds based on the available information, right? So if I have other questions that you need to do, you please feel to answer, but it's not able to access that information, which is why we are not able to get that response. So so what we need to do is we need to then ensure that we embed this document, and that happens in the system 3 here below, right? So what do we do in this? In system 3, whenever a file is created in this Google Drive, or it is updated. It may happen that I can change some sentences or add or delete stuff. Whenever that two activities happen, what this system does is it takes the ID of that particular document. It deletes the old documents that are available, much like I have deleted it here. And if it's not there, it has nothing to delete. Then it will download the file that the drive, the document, that is this document, convert it or extract the text, and then insert it into the Supabase. So right now I can just test this workflow, and as you can see, it is finding it, extracting it, and then inserting it into the Rag database here. So now if I go here and refresh it again, you will see that this system embeds this information here, so that whenever somebody chats, I can the chatbot can respond to it. So again, if I just do the chatbot and I redo this question, now because it has the documents, it's going to be able to respond to it, right? So you can see that the mission of data science masterminds, right, is to help individuals transition into data science or accelerate their careers using proven structured approach. If you have any questions or need further information, feel free to answer. And if I go back to the document, right, you should be able to see the missions, right, structured into in a structured approach, and that's what we have built. So this is how you build the chatbot or power the chatbot with the information that it needs to be able to respond to any user questions. Okay, so yeah, so these are the three systems that are required. And again, in the Supabase that we have, we will give the Supabase credential here, and here you need to give separate credentials, which is basically the host of whichever your account is, and then be able to give the secret that we have also, right? So that's the two things that you need to provide to be able to give that information. And one other thing, you definitely need to also give the PostgreSQL credentials, which are basically again these credentials that are available for you to give, and they can all be again gotten from the Kloudbean here, which is the DB name, the username, and the password. Okay, and similarly, on if you're using the public Supabase, you can get the same information from database data API here. So yeah, that's the thing. And then the database informations can be coming from Connect here. All the details that you need will be PSQL. Some of the details that you need will be from here, the host, and all the other details that are required here. So that's all you will be requiring to connect. And so once you're connected with all of this information, so system 1, you connect with the PostgreSQL, which is going to be this N8 chat history. This Supabase vector is going to be connecting to the documents one here, and similarly this is going to be connecting to the documents one here, where it is storing that information. And so with this, you now have a chatbot flow that is working, an AI agent working to retrieve information from your company documents and then be able to respond to it just like this. And so now you can just ensure that you make this active, save it, and then just go to this part of it here. Just double click on this one and then take this chat and then paste it and be able to chat with this. Or you can do another thing, is you can just say embed chat, right? And you can open up the documentation here. There's a documentation which you can provide to your tech team, and they'll be able to use these codes to be able to create that the document or the chatbot, such as this place here, right? So that's how you create a chatbot, guys, and that's how easily you can create it. I'll be leaving this flow in the comment section below. You can take it, download it, and use it. Now, in case you want your own version of N8N, you can get it from Kloudbean, where you can go to the server, you can say add a server, you can choose the application that is N8N, choose a location, right, give a name of it, and choose at least 4 GB to be able to launch your own server. You will only be paying for the host. Compared to make.com or any other automation tool, you pay for the workflows, but make.com or any other automation tools, you pay for the workflows, but in N8N you pay for the hosting and nothing more, right? So you host that. Now your server will spin up. You can then go ahead and add any application you want. So the first one, N8N will already be added. Then you can add Superbase, and there are others that you want to add also, which you can add. And I'll be leaving a link to you creating your own custom chatbot using Open Web UI, or basically how to do all of this in the comment section below, so you can host your own instance. And now you'll have N8N Superbase. You can have Superbase details here. You can have your own production link of N8N, which can be used, and you can empower or add users in a company to create flows like this. In case you are looking for some inspiration, you can go to the templates that are available in N8N workflow website. You can filter by AI and sales and all the other workflows and be able to use those. So this is one production ready one. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and if there is anything that you want to build, I'll be more happy to build those workflows for you, for your organization. And there you go, you have your very own self-hosted Rag chatbot built in under an hour without writing a single line of code. If this saved you time, sparked ideas, or solved a pain point, I would love to hear from you. You can reach out directly at my email address. It's mentioned in the comment section, whether it's a question, a collab, or you want help customizing this for your business. And if you want the exact N8N workflow I used in this video, the link to download it is in the description below. Don't forget to hit the like if this helps, subscribe for more no-code builds, and share this with founder friend who needs their own private AI. I'm Kunaal Naik, and I'll see you in the next one.